Yo, 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 yo. All right, then. And we live, man. Y'all know how we do. Between the hours of 6 to 8, we bring you the Northwest Austin Council. And today we starting late because there's just a lot of good things happening. I just actually had my first fundraiser for my district council move. Yeah, thank you. And the crowd goes wild. It was a successful event. We had a nice little turnout. I expected about 15 to 25 people. And that's exactly what we got. So that was always good. And listen, if you listening and if you want to donate to DeAndre for district council, you can Zelle me at 773-885-6674, or you can cash app at Rudis4, number 4, Rudis, Rutues, for district council 15. A little support goes a long way. We're doing a little 15 for 15 campaign. I know we in the Christmas season, and it's hard to ask anybody to give anything, but 15 for 15 is the campaign that we on. So if you can't do number $15, I will take it. By the first of the year, we looking to put our signs out. We really want to get ahead of early voting, which starts January 19th. And we want to get some signs out, get our name out there. But this campaign is one where we inform the community. So we want to make sure that the community is well informed, not only of the candidates, but of what they are voting for. And that is for individuals that are going to hold the Chicago police accountable. You know, I'm rolling by myself right now. Steve had to go. They downstairs with the campaign. I think we're gonna have some guests come up a little later. Steve will be on in a bit. And I think we're gonna have one of the guys from my campaign that's gonna come in and talk a little bit about today's efforts and all that went into that. And we might not go really in depth with that, but just to share y'all a little bit of background about some of the people that's working with the campaign on both ends. Oh, here's the guy right here. See what he's talking about. You say what, bro? Hello? Yeah. Hey, come through that black door, bro. Second floor. Wait, say it again. Say it again, bro. Yeah, the black door. What? Right in front where I parked at. The black door come through. All right, bet. All right. Well, there go one of the guests right there. T Knight. He's the treasurer of the campaign. Anyway, so beyond that, man. Listen, last week, I turned in my final assignment for my PhD program. One more time. Hey, man. This has been a journey, y'all. Listen, I did not go through this program unscathed. Oh, come on, G. Yo. You say what, bro? It's the door that say recording in progress or something like that. Yeah, it's only two doors. Like if you go up to the black door, it's only two doors. One say like a studio or recording or something like that on the door. There you go. That's what it say. Partner body should be open, or is it locked? Oh, all right. All right. Yeah, yeah. Thanks, Barbara. Yeah. So I just finished my last class. So I got so with the PhD though, I still got to work on my dissertation. We got that coming soon. So that's gonna be, I'm actually taking off next week of work. Then I don't have to go to work the following week, and then that first week we also got off. But I'm gonna take off the next week because we're gonna get that done. We're gonna be walking across that stage in July. We're gonna be Dr. Rudis very soon, so I'm very much so looking forward to that. Tonight I'm hitting buttons, man. I'm working the machine tonight. We gonna get a machine a little work tonight, y'all. So look beyond that. It's just an amazing thing to be able to have so many people that support you, that's behind you. Today like I said, I had a really good turnout. I also had Brandon Johnson come out. He's running for mayor right now. He has my support for mayor. He's the only candidate that's legit from the West Side. He lives in the Austin community. I always tell a story that, when I did my first run for public office, I went to quite a few elected officials. I ain't gonna put their name out there because they don't deserve the clout. But they didn't help me. They weren't trying to help me. All they did was see a young black man that wanted the position, so to speak, and that was going to take them out of a job because that's the way they think. But Brandon, I approached him about it after he had won first district commissioner. And, like I told him and I told the people that was there, the thing about Brandon is he kept it real with me, Um, despite all of the intelligence and the smarts that I have, I'm still from here. I'm right here. I had to struggle just like everybody else. So we from the mud, so it's a different type of feeling when somebody has and they cut from that cloth. You know what I mean? And they got to show that, and the way they show that is they keep it real with you. So when I met him, I'm like, man, how am I supposed to do this thing? And so he sat down with me. We had stories, and he was telling me about his journey to that seat that he occupied. And he did tell me though, listen, I can help you as much as I can, young brother, and I can sit down with you as much as needed. But my sister, my mentor, she running in that race, you running in, so I can't go against home team. I'm like, I feel that, you know what I mean? You would never expect anybody to go against home team, and he wouldn't. You feel me? And I appreciated him for saying in the door that that's was something that he was not gonna do, but he kept sitting down with me though. Anytime I called, after my campaign, he was the only elected official that sat down with me. So how was the experience for you, brother? I was like, man, hey, I had fun. Hey, you had fun. You had fun. Now the war gonna look like it looked for the next 4 years. And them people that's living in that war got to experience that same leadership they done had for the next 4 years. And you see what they done got already. And you had fun though. Yeah, I had fun. Like, I didn't know what else to say. I had fun. I enjoyed the experience. For people that ain't never put themselves on out there in front of other people, I feel for you because one, you gotta put all your insecurities on display and let everybody dismantle you. Because everybody will. People that ain't never ran for nothing a day in their life will say everything about you and the reason why you can't be the one that represent them. And they ain't never did nothing, ain't even tried to do nothing. And you got to endure that. And it hurt. But I had fun though, because I found out a lot about myself. In fact, I had so much fun that I decided to dedicate a book to that experience. Because as I learned, and I'm learning now with this second race, there's too many people that don't or can't go anywhere to learn how to actively be involved in a community such that they can run for a particular position and be effective at the strategy, running a campaign, and even just getting their name out there. So, you know what I mean? I'm like, gotta write that book up. That book is called Running My First Race, How I Won an Unsuccessful Campaign, because I most certainly won. Because again, I learned a lot about myself. I learned that I can go out there and create a little spiel like in 2 seconds. Cause I'm like, my name is DeAndre Rudis. Yo, I was impressed with myself. Like, yo, how did you get this? Like, but you go through the fire. You know what I mean? Like, that's something that you gotta really go through to get to it. You feel me? Like they say, you gotta go through something in order to get to where you're trying to go. And I had to go through that. And I took a lot of bumps and bruises along the way. And I learned a lot by myself because I really, really had to lean on I leaned on people. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna make it seem like my first campaign was something that I had to do by myself. Because there was definitely a lot of people that said, "Hey, you need to do this. Go here. Look at this. This is how you do X, Y, Z." But beyond pointing out that way, like they weren't there when I was doing some of that process. You know what I mean? They could only point you to the. I would say, because there's a difference between process and procedure, right? And so the process, I had to do all of that. I learned the process, the procedure. Yeah, they helped with because they was like, yeah, this is what you need to do. This is what you got to do. Da da da. You know what I mean? And that experience, it makes me want to write a book. Oh, what's good? Is that my neighbor, Daniel? What's going on, brother? If so, I think that's my neighbor. Yeah, I mean, so that experience made me want to write a book. And this current experience, this second campaign that I'm working on, we're going to call this running my second race, how I won a successful campaign. Because I'm claiming this one already. you know, uh, in this district council race that we in, it's gonna be three of us selected for this particular position. As I mentioned from the outset, this is really about educating. This isn't one of those things where you trying to be in the position because you want to be a politician. Nah, this is legit about community. As a person that has negative and positive experiences dealing with the Chicago police, I know firsthand the reason why we need good people sitting in those seats that can go out, inform, organize, and educate the community about the reason that accountability from a community level is needed. I had some static on the line. Somebody want to jump in and say something? That Miss Jacobs?
Yes. Hi, DeAndre. How are you?
Oh, I'm good, Miss Jacobs. How you feeling? Oh yeah, that's what's up, Daniel. How you feeling, brother? How you feel? What's up, Miss Jacobs? What's going on tonight?
You calling the word. I mean, everything you saying, I experienced it. I know what you're talking about.
Mm.
So I'm out, just like you out here campaigning, for your position.
Yeah.
I'm out here campaigning for my community.
Yeah, you are. What you working on right now, Miss Jacobs? What they got? What you busy with? Is it still the Amazon piece?
I'm still working with Amazon. That's why I said I need my community because I'm fighting for my community. And we're trying to get some things together to when it do come up and come out, I want my community to stand with me. We can talk about it, but we need to be about it.
Yeah.
I'm understanding for the community.
So what are we trying to get accomplished with the Amazon piece? Because we got some people on the line that I know that's definitely heavily community oriented. I see Angelica on the line. You know what I mean? Like, what are we trying to accomplish with the Amazon?
Are you asking me?
Yes, I am. Because we need you're trying to build community.
Yes. Okay, what I'm trying to accomplish with the community and Amazon. Okay, Amazon is here in Austin and Humboldt Park community, right?
Right.
So I'm trying to get Amazon to hire people from the community in the community. So at one time, we've been going through this ever since April. One time they were saying that the people have to go out into Skokie to do the application.
Mm-hmm.
We went through this process, and I said, no, we shouldn't have to go out to Skokie to do the application. It's a long story, but what I'm trying to say is we get things together because we're going to have to come together as a community and get with Amazon because Amazon is still got me lingering on as far as hiring people from the community and working with the community, with me. And I need my community because I'm standing for my community. I need my community to stand and let's work together for our community.
Yeah. You know what? I don't know exactly who I got online in terms of y'all expertise, but have y'all ever dealt with organizations that are hiring directly from community? That's a question I'm posing to anybody that's listening, whether you on the YouTube, whether you on the Zoom right now, and on the Facebook, because I know we got them all booming. Speaking of, sidebar, Facebook, YouTube, Zoom, whichever you most comfortable with, come chat with us. But pardon me. So back to the original question. Anybody out there dealt with labor issues where we trying to get community-based hiring? Because I know Ms. Jacobs, and she said she's been dealing with this for quite some time now. And Amazon is one of the world's largest employers. So when it comes to trying to get them to bend or even break on certain things, it is very difficult unless you got a large mass of people that's willing to get involved with it. So go ahead.
I might have something to say about that.
Oh yeah, please.
I'll say this: Amazon is in the business of finding competent people who can do the job. So it doesn't matter if you live in the community. Only because you live in the community, that doesn't give you a right to have precedence over someone who doesn't live in the community, right? And they built the Amazon in the Austin area so it could be accessible for people in that area. So it's like, what more do you want them to do? You want them to just go to your house and give you the job? At this point, like, they already built it in the neighborhood. So, and from personal experience, how I see it working, they're not gonna just hire you because you live in the community. You have to be able to do the job, and the job is not easy. You feel me? Whether you're whether you're delivering packages, whether you're a person sorting out packages, like, they expect excellence. They expect good workers. You feel me? Not lazy workers. Not, you know what I'm saying, somebody coming off the street trying to make a quick buck. Like, you got to actually be willing to work. So I'll say it's going to be real hard to say, oh, well, here's a community organization and they're going to get you a job at Amazon. Like, no, go and do the application, and they're more than likely you're going to have a better chance of getting the job because you live close to the facility. But when I was at Amazon, there were people at the Amazon on the north side coming all the way from Dalton, Illinois to come to work. Coming from 95th to come to work. So it doesn't matter if you're not going to get the job because you live in the community. You got to know how to do the job and be willing to work.
You know what?
I agree with that. Everybody trained.
No handout.
Oh, wait. Is that Miss Marquetta? Who I couldn't see who was speaking right then.
Oh, no, I'm not speaking. I'm sorry. No, I was not.
Okay, all right. Miss Green, I saw you pop on. What you were saying, Miss Green? Miss Verde? Angelica Verde?
I had to get my phone on mute. So I agree with Miss Jacobs and Mosaic, but something my uncle was saying, because they ticketed before for business coming into the community. Yes, they should be able to do the job and not just feel as if because the company is in the community, they should have a job. But with that being said, if they're coming into our community, what they get from like taxes and everything should go back into our community. That's how it works. And with ready available training, because everybody might not be able to do the job, but most companies have training classes. So people are willing to go through the training, go through the process and learn, then have that available for them. Because there are people who want jobs and need jobs in the community. So if Amazon is going to be here and they're going to make a nice amount of money from us, then the application should be accessible, training should be accessible, and the Austin community should be able to benefit from it.
I agree.
Do the
Austin community benefit from the churches?
Well, hold on. Wait. Let me get Miss Jacobs back in here. I want Miss Jacobs.
Totally different. I think churches should be more involved. I feel like they should give back a lot more than they do. They take up some of them, not all, take up space and don't utilize their spaces in ways where it will benefit the community. So that I think is that's something that we definitely need to work on with our pastors and people who have these spaces and get these funds and 501c3s and different funding for the community, and they don't sit back. So I agree with you. They can do a much better job with giving back to the community.
No, for real. I want to get Miss Jacobs back in there. Miss Jacobs?
Yeah, okay. Now, they're going to get hired. This was understanding that when they first came into the community, they was the one that told me that, we can do this community. Let's turn their community together, and we can hire, and we're going to do this, and we're going to train and everything, all this and all this. This was the dream that they gave to the community. And this is why I'm out here fighting. When we get in, well, we're not in, but when the job recruiter came out, then she's going to tell us that they got to go out to Skokie. Now, okay, you got Amazon still here in the community, Why you gotta go out to Skokie to do the process? Huh? Why they can't come into the community and be processed?
So Ms. Jacobs, you saying
Wait a minute, I've been going through this ever since April with Amazon. What I'm trying to say to you, they had promised me 15 slots. Okay, we went through all the time and there's about that. Then I talked to the high person from Amazon. Then she said, okay, I talked to her in November. She said, okay, we're not going back, we're going forward. Then, okay, she's gonna call me to get in touch with the job recruiter, This was in November, last of November. Then she had pneumonia, whatever. Then I called her again. Then she tells me when I do talk to her, oh, I was off because I had pneumonia, Okay, I called her the week after that. She said her team don't want to talk to me. Okay, why they don't want to talk to me? Because I don't know what reason, but anyway, I told her I would not sell my community out. I'm out here for my community. We want to die for our community. We want to know why this is not open or why we can't get down from our community. Why we have to go out in the community to do applications or be processed. This is what I'm saying. They're here. So why the community don't have no part of it?
That's a good point. I you know what? I'm gonna touch on that, but something that was brought up with Miss Verde and Mosaic is that I think we don't think about the skill gap that we have in the community. And I'm also thinking about this from the perspective that pretty soon the 37th ward is going to have a quantum computing business that is going to be started. That's going to be the center of an influx of technology companies coming to the west side. Now, it is based in Humble, but it is still going to be drawing more technology-based companies right here. Amazon be damned. We ain't gonna get them jobs either because we got a huge skill gap. So it's just like, what are we doing here? We got to figure out how to get our people ready for the opportunities that come. We cannot keep having opportunity and then getting ready for it. You're supposed to be ready before the opportunity comes. This is why I think Amazon, going back to Mosaic's point, maybe Amazon trying to give you a hard time because they probably feel like we may not have enough skilled labor for them.
But that's not the understanding that they gave me. They said they were training people.
Yeah.
They were trained. They had all kinds of things that they could train people that coming in.
Yeah.
You know, I'm telling you, this is the dream that they sold to me when we first started talking.
Yeah.
The man down in Kansas City, his name is Mr. Sawyer. Oh yeah, bring the community together. Oh yeah, we got people. Yeah, we'll train people. Yeah, we need all people.
Yeah.
So now, what is the problem? They don't want to talk to me now. She's saying her team don't want to talk to me. I asked her to call me and give me these people that don't want to talk to me. She haven't called me yet. I want to know who they are and why they don't want to talk to me.
Because it's a lot of smoke and mirrors, Ms. Jacobs. That's what it is. It has a lot to do with the smoke and mirrors. In other words, they're steering you one way and doing another thing. And they're trying to do that to get a broad view of where you're coming from and what you're really trying to do. But you've already said that to them. I'm sure you have. You stated what you really want to do and made it as simple as possible for them to understand. But they think that there's something nefarious or something sneaky or, I don't know. I mean, aren't they in the business of trying to get people hired to do jobs? That's what I'm thinking they are in the business for. And you are in the business of getting people to be selected. So why is this match so difficult for them? Unless there's something else going on. On their side. I'm very clear where you're at. That's without a doubt. I mean, you build this That facility has to be, I don't know, $5 million facility. It's just a big box open space, you know. I'll even throw 10 million in there. I don't know. But you throw a $10 million facility right there on the west side, and you don't open it, and you don't open up a center for employment, and you don't
Right.
give a launching date, and you're going everywhere else but that location to get people to work
That's
for
right.
your conglomerate, your corporation. It just doesn't make a lot of sense to me. It just doesn't make a lot
Well,
of sense.
as someone who previously worked for Amazon, I just want to, say just some of the things I know. So when you work for Amazon, especially like if you're going to be a person who's delivering packages, your manager is an entrepreneur. She's a person that has to get her own team. This is probably why it hasn't opened, because they got to get the people, or they got to get the people who want to be managers, and who want to, because it costs $30,000 to start your own DSP
Right.
agency with Amazon. So,
Right.
so if you want to have your own drivers, you got to come up with 30 grand. Then you come up with 30 grand. Then you got to come up with what time slots do they have available. And I'm pretty sure they try to get some safety inbound because, I worked the north side of Chicago, which is the Skokie location. And anybody who do an application for the Skokie location, you're gonna work predominantly on the north side of Chicago. So I definitely couldn't imagine doing this job anywhere else because it's a little bit dangerous. You feel me? But it's a lot that goes into the whole Amazon thing, and I also, and I have to say this. Sometimes we gotta understand who we put in their position to be the ambassador to us, because sometimes you gotta send people who are not gonna play no games and who's gonna ask a lot of questions, and people who got a little bit of power. You feel me? So I feel like whoever should be talking to Amazon about these jobs, it should be somebody like in the mix. It should be her. Because they're not gonna kill her in the mix because she's the alderman and she got power. You feel me? We gotta and I commend you, Miss Davis, for what you're doing. That sometimes we gotta put the right people in that position to really. Cause they're not gonna kill her in the mix. She gonna what? Oh, you telling me to put up with that? They're not gonna kill her. You feel me? So
That could
we
be
gotta make sure we got our eyes sometimes.
that could be very much true, but if the person that you say has that kind of power and authority in the midst, and they won't play with her, and she noticed she had that kind of power and authority, where's she at?
I mean, listen. I don't know if they reached out to her, or they probably did. You never know. This is, her community in Austin. I don't think it's the facility in Austin or close to Austin.
It's literally 3 blocks from the border.
Okay, all right. So it is out of Austin.
Right. It would be considered, West Garfield, West Humble, whatever they call it now.
Exactly. So it would have to be whoever the alderman in that area.
It is in the midst. It is in the midst. But I'm saying to you,
Okay, well, I mean, listen, has anybody contacted?
oh yeah, absolutely.
That would be my next step to go kind. Hey, in the midst,
No,
I had talked to Amazon about the band they playing. Oh, where did she get on it?
well, that's already been put in that action. That what you just said. So
Okay, I didn't know that.
yeah, this. But she's taking, kind of the fallback position on it in so many words. But from what I had conversation with her about, she said, well, this project wasn't even really my project. It was the mayor's project. And, to say that to do what, I don't know. You still already in the war.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, you saying she has power and authority. I'm saying
She 100% does.
yeah.
Whether she choose what she gonna do with that power, It's so much to her, the people who elected her.
There you go. There you go. That makes a lot of sense. And the other part of it is her power isn't much of anything. Well, that's what you just said, unless the people that's backing her or in support shoulder to shoulder with her understand that. You know, it looks a lot better when she says, look, I'm not having this for my people right here. And they ain't got to be looking over her and say, what people? They standing right there next to her, shoulder to shoulder. So, you know, it looks a lot better and it works a lot better when you come with that perspective and that kind of force, or if you want to call it force. But you know, there's just so many things that's going on, and we're trying to make steps forward so that we can be in a better place, better situation for everybody. And we look back, and what jumps in the middle of it? Politics, and we're right now in the middle, or the beginning of a very big political year. You know, we're talking mayors, we're talking aldermen, we're talking treasurers, and certain, they only probably about 7 positions that's going to be on the ballot this time.
And this is the race that is going to shape the rest of the 2020s.
Yeah. It's gonna be a
local
race.
Local and non-local.
You can go. All that is. Yeah. We gotta. We're looking at shaping the future right now, and we gotta know what that's gonna look like.
Especially since this pandemic, triple-demic.
Triple-demic. They come up with everything.
Man. Well, we got CV, COVID. I mean, what is it? VCR? What is it called?
RSV.
Yeah.
COVID, and then flu.
But man, I know DeAndre said that. I know at the opening show he pretty much said there's a lot going on, and that would be an understatement. There's just so much going on that oh man.
I want to, you know what? Before we, so I want to say the thing about Amazon, it's a very powerful organization. And I heard Mosaic touching on the piece about the alderman, and you were saying that you got to go with people with the alderman. But what if, and I'm not saying this about Alderman Mitch, but what if Amazon being so powerful is paying everybody else to go away? And I'm really posing that question to you, Ms. Jacobs. What do you think would be something that can help you in the instance that Amazon is taking all the people that could be helping you and just paying them off because they have that power? What kind of help would you need then? Like, what could we do?
Okay, what I think and I feel, and I've been praying on this, the community, we get together and we put Amazon out front. This is our community. We numbers count. So when we get things organized or whatever, we ain't gonna be talking about it. We gonna be about it. We gonna stand together. We as a community. This is our community. We want jobs for our people in the community.
Okay. Yeah, and
so does that make sense?
Makes perfect sense.
I think it makes sense, Ms. Jacobs. I think we do need to. One thing you said that was very relevant was organized. We need to get organized, but we do need our alternate and our committee. So we are powerful in numbers, so we do need them to back us. So once we get organized, write up what it is we want. Maybe have our alternate go into the contract or go into the demand. But like you said, we have to get organized. That's part of it. We just can't go all. We want something. We got to know what we're going to have. We know. That's right. We got to organize. We know what we want. We got to organize. See, we talk about this every Sunday. We talk about something every Sunday. But it's about getting out doing it. Let's do it.
Okay.
I will say.
And we talk about it when we all get together, and then we can go before Amazon and tell them this is what we want for our community. Ms. Jacobs, I agree. I do think we should, we do have our alternate in our committee that is one the same, from my understanding. So I think we should go to them and make sure that they're backing us, because their seats are to provide for the community. Those seats are for the community. We are the community, so we need to make sure that they support us and they back us. Because we do need, what Mosaic was saying, we need the power, but these are the positions that have the power and therefore us. So we need to make sure that we are all in agreement that, hey, this company is here in our community. How can it benefit us? And to Mosaic's point, if it is making, if you become an entrepreneur from it, let's do some entrepreneurs. And if we need more training centers, how do we go about that? And not just continue to read about it, but what are the objectives to meet the goals that we have? We have these goals in place, but what are the deadlines to meet these goals? What date are we trying to get these goals accomplished by? What steps do we need to take to get these goals met? So these are the conversations. Okay, we know we want, but when the action comes.
Or do we know what we want? No. Realistically, do we know what we want? Realistically. And the only reason I say that is because I hear we want jobs. I hear we want jobs from the community people. I hear we want jobs from the community people at Amazon. I hear we want jobs from the community people at Amazon doing what at Amazon, which I'm sure we probably
They have positions for people. They train people. This is what I was told in the beginning. They train people for pickles and packers and all this other stuff, for these stores and things like that. Yeah, they have people to train. They have people.
So these are basic jobs.
Okay, I'm trying to.
Well, let me say this again.
So
that's okay. Let me just say this again. So if we know all of this, and we know there's a facility, why are we in that facility?
I know it's so cold.
And I think one of the main reasons we're not in that facility is because they're not open yet. Now, if that's
okay. I have been overactive. I understand that. All I was asking, okay, can you hire, or can these people go online and do an application? I was going to even watch the Central, Melrose Park, down houses. These are not open. Amazon already open. But they get this later what it's supposed to be. I don't know why.
So you said, right? No. So when they told you about the Skokie having to have people go to Skokie, you were saying, I mean, obviously Cicero is closer, Melrose Park is closer. So why not have people go to those locations? And they said, well, that's out the question. They can only go to Skokie.
Right. She said that they would have to go out somewhere out of Skokie. The last time I talked to her, I was not out of Skokie. I was actually somewhere out there. Okay, well, I'm ready. So what you gonna do? Well, I'll call you back next week. Then next weekend, she said she had to go on.
Right.
I called her the week after. Then she said her team don't want to talk to me.
I see what you're saying. So look, the question then would be, who? Well, one, I think it's difficult for you to go at it alone. So who else is able to speak with them?
I spoke to Sarah. Sarah said she don't want to talk to the community.
Oh.
But then she turned around and said that her team, when she came back from Des Moines or whatever, she said her team don't want to talk to me. Well, why? She don't know. But she said she was going to call me back and let me know, let her team call me and let me know why they want to talk to me or who her team is. I said, well, I want to know. But she hasn't called me back.
So in essence,
and I've been calling, this is lingering alone. So I think we need to get together. We, the community.
So
when you're doing business, the best way to do things is with a respectable email. Sometimes that's the best way when you close in business. Like, just calling them every week, like, that ain't gonna get it. I ain't gonna even lie. If I was working there and I knew somebody was calling me every week about getting people job applications and we not even open yet, they're not open yet. So, and then also, when I was working with Amazon, I did the application online. I didn't have to go up to nowhere. And then wherever I was up, wherever you do the application, that's where you're going to be stationed at. So if you're going to Skokie, it's because you're going to be working up there. And again, if black people, like you're saying, if those same black people really want jobs, tell them to go to Skokie. Because there's a lot of people traveling from Dalton to get there. And they there from 8 in the morning to 9 to 9, 10 o'clock at night. And they gotta drive home 2-3 hours and they come back. If they really, so if you got 50 people right now looking for jobs, tell them to go to Skokie.
Well,
I'm not, why should that, wait. Why?
Because it's a company, it's not your company. You don't get to dictate what another company, and also you don't have to follow it.
Wait. I'm not trying to dictate, but what I'm trying to
Yes,
say
you are.
no, this is in our community. This is our community. And they have Amazon in our community. So why they can't get a station somewhere here in the community for the people that do the application? Process, that's all.
so what's
Not open yet.
so you're saying that like the Cicero plant, Ms. Jacobs? Is that are you saying send them to the Cicero plant? The Cicero?
Yeah, so out there.
Okay, so do you think they have openings or they always got openings? That's why I even asked that question.
Yes, this is what I'm saying. I even went as far as Cicero to say, well, let the people go to Cicero. She's saying no, but then we have to go out on Archer. Now she's saying I will Archer somewhere. I don't know.
Oh, Archer. Well, you know what?
Information on where that was?
Well, sometimes, these companies have how do you call it? Like I used to work for Coca-Cola, and Coca-Cola was based out in Niles. So I had to go to the headquarters in Niles, even though most of the jobs I did was on Clark and Division in more of the central downtown area. But when it came to go to the headquarters for an interview or whatever I had to do, I had to go all the way up there to Niles. So sometimes it's more that you have to go to the corporate headquarters, wherever that is, in order to get hired.
So the
travel.
So the issue with Ms. Jacobs is more so.
Okay, you gotta go online for the application. Wake up at 12 o'clock at night and check and see if a position is open. Then you gotta go out to Skokie to be processed. Huh?
Yeah, but they told you that there was another location, and you didn't bother to even write that location down to check. You say it's over there on Archer somewhere. I don't know.
Listen what I'm telling you, what was told to me. They have to go online, wake up at 12 o'clock at night, and go on their computer and see if a position is open. Then they will go down there to be processed. That's what I'm talking about.
And Jose, when you work for Amazon, did you have to go on that late at night?
No, not at all. Not at all. Not at all. We got the wrong people talking to these people. I'm sorry, Ms. Jacobs, but we need somebody with better representation and better skills to come to communicate with these people. Because if you coming on there like calling them, what are these jobs over here in the computer? Like, no, that's not gonna happen. Like, we gotta be professional and strategic. You feel me? And I think Steve just said it. DeAndre, you gotta hit headquarters up. And again, I wish you would have got that other place, the location. You said Archer or something like that. I wish you would have wrote that down so if people wanted to travel to there, they can do it.
So when you apply,
I'm sorry. I just want to say, Ms. Jacobs, what you're doing is noble, but like the young gentleman just said, and Angela also mentioned it, and Nelson mentioned, there has to be a gain point, an input, and you have to be strategic at what it is that you're trying to engage in. You have to be clear about that before you're going into these things. You have to be clear, and then get a team of people to go in for that purpose. But you have to have the end goal in mind, and it doesn't seem like,
So from an organizing standpoint, I'm hearing almost three different issues. One, the hiring method. Two, the location of being hired. And three, getting Black people jobs. So when you want to look at organizing, you gotta look at the low-hanging fruit in many cases. Which one of these three things is the most easy to accomplish a win on, and then you can go to the next? Is it just the idea of the time that people can apply? Is it the idea of where you want them to be working? Or is it the idea of it doesn't matter who you want to work? We're saying community, so community means, primarily African American Black people. I guess that's the focus that we're that you already have in mind. So, which is the least amount of work to address and attack in a sequence? I would think the first thing would be the method of getting hired.
All right, and also I just looked up what an Amazon state delivery station is. It's the Chicago McKinley Park. It's 2801.
Mm-hmm.
What is it? 2801.
So it's McKinley Park area. So it's got to be here. It's in between Western and
Yeah, it's 2801 Southwestern.
Yeah,
It's near Archer.
Yeah, Archer and Western. It's a big location over here.
Yep.
Over that way.
So
the triangle.
So here's my thing, right? There was one point, Ms. Jacobs, where I was saying that I would work and be a representative with them, and I'm still willing to do that. And I know that we have people on the phone that will organize behind that too. So I think that that's the way that we should go. I am more, and I only talked to them very briefly because I asked them to come out to a very small job fair that I was having with the Chicago police. One of the things I did in the 15th, and they were kind of against it. Not to say that it was just not in the scope of what they do in terms of when they do job outreach. And so I had a very brief conversation with somebody over there. But I would be more than willing to work with you in terms of trying to professionalize our approach. But we also need to organize too, though. So we got to figure out where we can get some more bodies from. I know we tried to work with Black Workers Matter for some bit of time. Is that still on the table? Wait,
Ms. Jacobs? She's there, but she's not responding.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's one approach. Black Workers Matters, but you would think the individuals that really want these jobs, some of them should be proactive.
Got it. Yeah, that's facts. Yeah.
We need
That's
to,
facts.
these are the
That's
issues
facts.
that are to their hearts. All we want you to do is put in an hour or two worth of time, 1 week, maybe 3 weeks. I don't know. Because if you're knocking on that door hard enough and they ain't listening, and you kick on the door hard enough, they ain't listening. When you drive the car through the door, they're gonna hear you.
Hello?
Yeah, there you go, Ms. Jacobs. Yeah.
Oh, okay. My phone went out.
So the question was,
Hello?
yes, can you hear us, Ms. Jacobs?
Now I hear you.
Okay. Go ahead, DeAndre, you had the question.
No, Ms. Jacobs, I was saying in the past, we've had conversations about me coming on and really helping with that part. I know we kind of got sidetracked because you had, what's the young lady's name that she worked with? Kavina. You had Kavina, so I took a step back. But I'm still willing to at least be a part of, trying to professionalize how we approach Amazon. I do think with having a little cachet behind me and being a PhD, it'll be difficult for them to be like, well, you're not the type of person we want to talk to. You know what I mean? But beyond that, then we got to organize and find people to be a part of this. So I was asking the question about Black Workers Matter. And then beyond that, Steve was saying, well, what about the individuals that's actually trying to get these jobs? They should be a part of this as well. So that's really where the question lies: is what is Black Workers Matter still able to be a part of this? And if not, are we able to get the people who actually need these jobs to be a part of this?
Well, that's what I got to work on.
Okay.
I've called some people. I'm working on it. That's why I'm bringing it to you guys. That I've talked to some people, and they saying that we have to get up organized, and then we will see how that would go.
Okay, so what? So Black Workers Matters in or out? Where they at?
Well, I did talk to Dan, but he said he would get back with me.
Okay, so let's count that as a maybe.
Yeah, that's a no.
That's a hard no. It's a hard no. Huh?
I was gonna
So
ask. I was just gonna ask. Would it be satisfaction if we just got like 20% or 10% instead of getting people hired like that work at the plant for the community? Are we talking 100%? Or are we just talking?
We talking more than 50?
At least 50%.
Yeah, I mean, the labor. Lord knows we have plenty of people that need jobs right there in the immediate vicinity.
But if they agree to like 20%, would that be
that ain't
a start?
20% hiring from the community?
Right.
No,
that's not. No.
So we're saying over 50%.
Yeah, because it would be most beneficial to them. The people don't have to go too far. They're right in the community. They're pleasing the community.
Man, they need to do this shit like politics. 50 plus 1.
There you go.
Okay.
Period. 50 plus 1.
50
Straight
plus
up.
Well, that's a goal then.
Yeah.
One of the
That's how
if they need 200 employees, well, guess what? 101
of them should be
from that community.
Okay. 50 plus 1. Yeah. But you know what? Howard too. So Howard Ray, who's actually running against in the midst of the 37th Ward, talks all about community benefits agreement. And this is something that these conversations need to be had more. We need community benefits agreement because then in legislative writing, so to speak, we can have a 50 plus 1 agreement. We can have hiring and training from these individuals from this community, these organizations working to get employees from the community. We can have all of that already set up, but we don't have that. And one of the things that when we talk about, Amazon's power and how they came into our community and some of these other organizations, we never fight for that. We never fight for an upfront community benefits agreement.
Right. And usually it's because of timing.
Yeah.
It's usually because of timing. We don't get involved with the game until they've already put the board out and the players on the board and the moves are already starting to be made. And it's very difficult to get someone to agree to something when they already feel, well, I need you to agree with you for. What do I need you for? You weren't here when I did all these other things. I'm about to open my doors. Mm-hmm. Well, you do need us because guess what? You're going to have a hard time keeping the doors open because people going to make a real big stink about it.
And what type of demographics are we also talking about? Because, it's all walks of life that live in Austin. So,
well, if you go by the immediate vicinity, facility location, you're going to probably get, 50-50. 50% Hispanics, 50% Black. Because if you look at it from a pie cut into 3 sections, you can go east of where the facility is, it's 50-50, Black and Hispanic. You go west of where the facility is, it's predominantly Black. You go north of where the facility is, it's predominantly Hispanic.
Well, so, I just say that to say, like Ms. Jacobs, if she wants, I'm not sure what type of people that she has that want that are looking for jobs. So how do we guarantee the people that she wants to get jobs, let's just say Black, into those jobs, without any hassle or, discrimination or anything like that? If we're saying we want the people from our community. So if they hire, 70 Hispanics and 30 Blacks, would that still be that satisfaction number? You know what I mean?
Well, in West Garfield, yeah.
Right. Yep. If you go east of the facility, that would probably be good. Even if it was the other way, if it was 75% Black and 30%, they would go for that. But you can't go for that in Austin because now you're cherry picking the Hispanics.
Yeah.
You're going, well, let me go up and down this block and see if I can find 5 or 3. You don't need to do that in that location. And believe it or not, the people that are going to get the jobs from West Humboldt, they're going to just get what they're going to get. But Ms. Jacobs is really fighting to get a stronger percentage of people from Austin, just because this is the closest thing to them. And honestly, I think it's a good shape that they should, because you have more blacks sprinkled around all of those locations.
Mhm.
And you might even have some in what is it, Hermosa
Yeah, oh yeah.
area also.
My
So
brother live in Belmont Reagan.
yeah, Belmont Craig, Hermosa, you might have some blacks
I
in
lived
there.
in
So you
Hermosa.
sprinkle those around, you look at almost 50 percentage in West Garfield or West Humboldt. Then you look at the 80% that's in Austin, you still don't come up with more blacks.
You know, I want to figure out a way to segue Barry into this, because Barry's last meeting, he talked about whether we want a council to be political or civic. I put it down. We don't. I don't think I agree with everybody else on the call. It shouldn't be political. That's not the waters that you need to be swimming in. But civically, when you, especially as you talk about stuff like this, now if you can figure out how to get people that want to be backup support show up, like similar to how Black Workers Matter is. You and I did a bunch of different movements with them as they were going against, and Ms. Jacobs as well, as they were going against Bimbo and Hostess, you know, and we need the same action against Amazon. And I think a peace brook, so to speak, could be useful for something like that.
But listen to this. Okay, the job coordinator said that she didn't want to meet with the community. Now, would you think that would be discrimination? She's saying that she don't want to meet with the community.
Well, she could possibly be looking at it, because it depends on how many people she met. Has she only had? Is it more than you that are talking to her, or is it just you?
She wanted just me. She don't want to meet with the community.
Right. Well,
we that's the,
So what is that?
well, that's a.
She don't want to meet with you.
Huh?
She don't want to meet with you, not the
No.
community.
No. She don't want to meet with the community.
No, it's just, but they only talking to you, Ms. Jacobs, and she don't want to meet with you.
there needs to be a secondary person that follows up to get some clarity.
Yeah.
And the only way we're going to do that, you know, Mosaic said to one, you got to send them an email so you can get their attention and try to hope you get a response. Follow that up with a phone call first. Hope you get the response. And then you go into the action mode of how you're going to organize. Because even if you go and get people that want jobs and organize around this, you got to be ready. You can't have those people in the wing talking about, yeah, I'm going to go out, and then you don't.
You know, but I also think about this from a professional standpoint too. I think you got to take these people to lunch. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Robbery.
Man, I'm just saying, we ain't got the type of funds to bribe, but you got to wind it down, though. That's a professional way to do it. Let's have lunch and talk about this, right? Let's figure out. I mean, you can organize an event too, but you got to get these people to where that you're having a conversation, and especially face to face. Because I don't think with any of this, you haven't talked to anybody face to face, right, Ms. Jacobs?
You're breaking up. You said what?
I said I don't think you've talked to anyone face to face, have you?
Hello?
Ms. Jacobs?
Hello?
Yes. I was saying you haven't talked to anyone face to face, have you?
Yes, I'm telling you. Yes, I have.
Okay. All right. So you've been able to go to their office and all of that stuff?
No, we had a meeting. She came from headquarters to me.
Was this one of the? Wait, this ain't the white girl. Oh, sorry, pardon body. It was this ain't.
No. This is the white woman. She's the head corporate.
Right. So when y'all had this meeting?
Huh?
When y'all had this meeting?
Where did we have the meeting at?
Yeah. When?
I told you in November. I forgot the date. I got it wrote down.
Oh, was this at one of at the church?
Huh?
Was this at the church?
No. This was just in November. Me and her met.
Right. No, I was asking, was it at the church that we met at before?
Yeah. That was Amazon. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I understand. See, it's good to bring them to the community, but when you're trying to relate, because the thing is, when we talk about coming at this from a different level, especially with an organization like Amazon, I think we got to look at it from the relationship building standpoint. Like that's why I said a lunch, because if they feel like every time they go in there they got to dodge bullets, they ain't finna throw the water in.
And also, how does it benefit them?
Yeah, and then how does it benefit? Because Amazon can go get anybody they want to. So what does it benefit them to work right here in this community?
Put together like some sustainability action plans in the community to bring it up. We gotta have something like
Yeah. What would be the draw? I would just ask you, Ms. Jacob, what would be the draw for any organization to pick people from Austin to work for them? Why? Why should Austin people be selected to work for an organization?
That's a great question.
What? I'm sorry, you break it up. You said what?
I said I'm gonna ask you, why should people from Austin be selected to work for an organization?
Especially like Amazon.
No. It's Austin and Humboldt County. Okay, the Amazon is built in the community, right?
Right.
Okay, so now when we had the meeting over in, I think it was April, they assured me that the shot. Amazon assured me, her name Jessica assured me that the shot I could get 50 people to work for Amazon.
Right.
She agreed to that. But we kept going back and forth, and we never got to that. So now when I spoke with Sarah from headquarters, whatever, she said, well, we're not going back, we're going forward now. Then, okay, we're going forward. Okay, now I got the people, so now you got to tell me what we're doing. Okay, I'm going to call you next week.
Right.
Next week, she has no money.
Right.
See, that's what I'm saying. And to string it on and on. And then when I did get her, she said her people don't want to meet with me. Now she's shutting the thing. Now she's saying that, oh, well, I'm not the one for the job. I'm going to get you in touch with the person that's doing the job. But I thought I was in touch with the person that's doing the job. We're going back and forth. I said, well, you get out of the way. I want the people that say that they don't want to talk to me. I want to talk to them. And I want to know why they don't want to talk to me. I haven't heard from them since.
Who made the statement about not wanting to talk to you? Was it Amazon first, or did you say, I need to talk to someone and I want to talk to the people up above? And then they said, well, they don't want to speak to you. Or was it some other way?
I told her I wanted to talk to the person that gets the people hired at Amazon. And she said her team don't want to talk to me.
Okay.
Because me and her had been going back and forth. I told her to get out of the way. She said that's not her job. She don't want to be the middle person. She said, I'll get you in touch with the people, my team, that said that they don't want to talk to you. I said, okay, I want to talk to them.
Wait, you told her to get out the way?
Huh?
You told her to get out the way?
She don't do that. She said she's not with the job.
No, wait, no. You told her
Yes, I did.
and that's why you are not the person that should be doing this.
You get more.
Respectfully, that's disrespectful. That's no.
You don't know what has been going on.
Yeah, let me ask you, Ms. Jacob, who is this person you spoke to? Is that the Sarah? I mean, what's her name?
Sarah?
Gayla.
Okay, so it is Sarah. So it's not the girl that we
Jessica. Jessica's the other.
The one with the vest on.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's not her.
No. That's Jessica. She's from up there in Tokyo. That's the recruiter.
Right.
And Sarah said.
So they put her out. They got rid of her. So they sent somebody else. And I told her that the community wanted to meet with her. That was back here in September. She said she wouldn't meet with the community. She's not going to meet with the community.
To me, it sounds like it's
Well,
you
that's all.
catch more bees with honey than
No, I
vinegar
got a
type
plan.
thing.
I got a plan. I just want y'all to be ready when I come to you. That's all I'm asking. I got a plan.
Okay.
Well, look, like I said, I got a little bit more free time, so I'm willing to be, a professional element if necessary to have conversations with these people.
Okay. I just want y'all to be there when I call you. I want you to be there. So we can talk about it all night. But when I call you, I want to see who's gonna be there.
Well,
Yes, right.
Just call me ahead of time. Just don't call me last minute. Just don't call me last minute.
we gotta.
Just please don't call me last minute. That's all
definitely want to
I.
be in the loop. You don't want to be like.
If it's something 2 days away, I probably ain't gonna be able to do it. For real.
It's like Bush used to always say, "Man, look, I'm there for all of y'all. Just let me know whether to bring the Bible or the bullets. We need some heads up."
For real.
That's all we need to know. We just want to do like Bush said. We want to know.
Hey, Barry. Barry, I need one of them seems to me. Come on, Barry, give me one. What it seem like to you, Barry?
What are you asking for, Deontay?
I need the seems to me. I need one of them. Lay one on me.
We got a bit of a conundrum.
What you asked about the Peacebrook Political Council?
No, we're not doing political council with Peacebrook. I'm saying, like, what do you think about this? Before we get to the Peacebrook part, what do you think about this whole Amazon thing? I'm saying, I want your thoughts.
The Amazon thing?
Yeah, seems to me. Like, 'cause that's how you start. So I need a seems to me.
A Barryism.
Yeah, real Barryism. No. You're supposed to say seems to me.
Yeah.
You're supposed to say seems to me.
You throw them off.
Come on. All right, go ahead, Barry.
Throw them off.
Well, I say
I don't know where you're coming from.
No, listen, Barry. Well, maybe you don't know. Never mind. Go ahead,
just
Barry.
saying, typically, when you go into deep thought, you always start your deep thought process with the term "seems to me,"
which is like in my opinion.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Ready for the seems to me?
Yeah, so I've been waiting on.
the applause at the end.
Well, it seems to me that Amazon is a huge, powerful force that has been battling unions.
Yeah.
And I take that to mean that they're going to battle any grassroots organized effort to sit at the table as equals. They're just not into that.
Yeah.
Is what I gather.
They definitely hold. They've got leveraging power. Yeah.
And so, seems to me that if we're going to do battle with Amazon, we've got to have some big win as a possibility.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's David versus Goliath until the community has a lot more strength. And when we have that strength, then it's a different matter.
I just started thinking, this Amazon is the most peculiar one to me. I don't know if this is like this in all cases with Amazon. This one is located on the side streets pretty much. Although Costco is kind of a busy street and Division is kind of a busy street, but the facility is really like right
kind of tucked.
Yeah, it's tucked in and it's right in the neighborhood and it's right where you just can't get in and out like most places. Now that could be good for organizing because they can't run, But the issue is, why is this
How do they get the big trucks? It's a warehouse
That's what I'm really trying to get. We don't know this either. Is it going to be for DSPs? Oh, well,
Yeah, it got to be for DSP for sure. And what it looks like is a big warehouse, and it looks like they're probably going to have multiple DSPs coming out of that warehouse. It might. I mean, I don't know what the inside look like.
What's that acronym mean?
Direct service provider or delivery service provider. So, like I think before. Yeah.
Is there on the road designed to handle that traffic? No.
Well, typically those are like small vans and cars, and they're not big old.
Well, yeah, they class B size, so they big, but
How are they going to get the tractor trailers or railroad cars or something to deliver all those goods to be distributed by the finance?
that's a good question.
I mean, so what they do is they compartmentalize those things. So when I was working there, I never seen a truck. Like by the time I got to work, I had never seen an 18 with a truck unless I was there at a different time than I wasn't supposed to leave. So I think those trucks, I think how Amazon works, they compartmentalize things. So they have the trucks come at a certain time and they do what they gotta do. So therefore, no more trucks need to come. So they might have, a week's worth of packages. You feel me? A week's worth of packages right then and there. And then, they start to load it up and put them in bags and get them ready to be delivered. And again, these things are delivered very quick, because Amazon is very customer centric. They want to get that package out to the customer with at all costs. They want to get that package out to the customer. So, I don't think and then if you look at it, there's another, I think it's on Costner and Nate. You look at the beer company. The beer company is on the side. And the beer company had to buy the parking lot across the street because they didn't have enough space. But, these truck drivers are real good at parking at real, and the Chicago Avenue is a pretty small location. If you think about it, it's very small, and those trucks get in and out without ease. So I don't think the trucks is going to be an issue. You feel me? I think, that they definitely routed out everything before they even bought the building. Like, hold on, let's see where we can go, where we can drive, who bought the van. But it is taking a while for them to open, because I've seen this place years ago, maybe like a year or two ago. But again, this is big business. When it comes to big business, you feel things take time when you're building a business. They take time to, come and operationalize, you know what I'm saying?
Well, I think
their business is down, because their business skyrocketed. I'm going to buy something right now on Amazon. Those people are doing just fine. I'm going to buy something right now.
Well,
what I'm saying is overall, their overall business is down compared to the height of the COVID. Yeah, but again, because people are outside now, Barry. So everyone's at work. At the height of COVID, Jeff Bezos had become the richest man due to COVID, due to people being inside.
Well,
so I get what you're saying. I think this is just a market correction.
That's probably more so because we're looking at the inflation rate. We're looking at the whole idea of what they had, the projected future goals were and their sales, and they didn't come out to what they were because, like you said, COVID and where things are kind of matriculating to right now. It's a correction. It's a correction in so many ways. Anybody?
I think you're correct.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of businesses are cutting back.
So what I'm basically saying is, if we as a community are going to do battle with Amazon, then there needs to be a big payoff. And one thought comes to my mind is, can we get distribution rights on the west side?
because the last mile delivery is a big item that Amazon tries to minimize the cost of. So if we can somehow get in on that distribution system, man, that would be a big possible payoff. But it seems to me that some people at council should be in on helping facilitate whatever the decision is made, and to have all the conversations go through that council.
The Peachbrook Civic Council.
Right, and then that council can get support from the other council. So what we're trying to do is build networks that are powerful in pulling us together, so that when items come up, like Amazon, we've got more muscle. Because we can't organize against Amazon in a week or two or whatever.
Yeah.
It's Amazon is a big, what is it? David and Goliath. It's a big Goliath. And you really have to understand how to make things work with them.
We got to call a little boy from New York.
We don't know what's going on since they actually got that.
Since they won the union?
Yeah,
I haven't heard no noise about it.
They came up with.
Yeah.
So we haven't heard anything. As far as we know, they could have just disappeared. Which is part of what I'm thinking Amazon is doing right now. They're just like, we're not going to open this thing right now. Our market forecasts are way off. Because at one point, somebody had told me they're looking at renting the space out. And I'm thinking, how do you build this big facility, 10 million plus, and then you go, we're not going to open. We're not going to hire from here. We're not going to this, not going to that. And it's something or they're trying to wait everybody out. We'll just wait everybody out. We'll wait them out long enough.
I have another thought I wanted to mention to you, and that is Ms. Jacobs. You're really been providing a wonderful service in the community for a long time. And we need to, as a community, come together and figure out how we can help you be more effective.
But like I say, I have a plan, and this is why I'm trying to see where everybody stands. So when I do go, then
Be ready
I want people to talking. I want to be there to stand.
You want everybody to be ready to deliver when you call.
I have a plan, and I'm working on it. I haven't got to that point yet. I'm working on it.
Well, listen, I could come with my concealed carry, or I can come with some pamphlets. You just let me know. I will bullets.
Well,
Do you think that's a problem?
I can write a letter.
what is that last thing you said, Ms. Jacobs?
I said, we need to get together in person. Do y'all think that's a problem?
So that we can.
To plan, work out the plan.
But you have the plan.
Well, that's part of the
When
plan.
you go.
Have a plan. What's that to have a plan?
It's a community.
Right. Your plan is.
I'll come. If everybody's gonna be there, I ain't know.
That reminds me.
Well, I can't come to y'all with that. I'm asking you and that other if you can stand. But if nobody can see that, then it's okay.
We need somebody with power there, and we need some men. Cause it's really like a man.
But that's why I'm asking you guys.
The numbers.
Yeah, hey, great come on, though. Yeah,
The
great come on,
the
man.
numbers are.
Follow me. Follow me. Yeah.
We go over you.
I just told him, listen, I already gave Miss Jake. I said what I'll do. I'll be there. I just said don't call me 2 days before though.
Right.
You can't expect me to do it like that. You gotta let me know ahead of time, and I'm more than willing to be the professional voice that's needed if that's the case. So I said that. I got a little bit more time, so I'm giving my time away to that. Chop, put me down for some time. All the time, Barry. Put me down for my time. Man.
Well, okay, so Ms. Jacobs, you're saying if we come to a round table, we might be able to get this hashed out more?
Yes, this is what I'm hoping, that all of us come together. That's why I'm trying to bring it to you guys now to where, when I call you, say, let's get together, let's get this going, and then we can do what we gotta do.
Well, I'm going to ask a few questions that somebody has to get this information. Is that facility the target facility? Let's go back to that, because remember I said there was three things. You know, trying to get people to do a better process for getting hired, which means why are they doing this 12 o'clock midnight, you know, to go on and find a job. Number two, is this location what we're really targeting there because it's in our closest vicinity. Number three, why are they telling you things like we're not going to talk to you, or you know, it sounded like a multitude of issues.
Oh, hold on now. Hold on. No. I see. Oh, we got Howard Ray on. Oh, let's talk about this Amazon piece, brother, because you've been doing a lot of work over there. You would know some things. How you doing, 37th Ward candidate, Howard Ray? Talk to us.
How you guys doing? Howard Ray, Mr. 1880. Howard Ray, Mr. 1837. Mr. 1837.
There you go, Howard. There you go. We are.
I just wrote in. I'm coming in on tail end and everything. So, what you got going on here?
All right. So let me get it quick and dirty. So Ms. Jacobs has been in correspondence with Amazon for quite some time, generally since about April. She had meeting after meeting with them, roughly about November. Well, let me say, in April, they told us she would be able to get 50 peoples hired from the community. But then they've been giving her the runaround pretty much. Roughly about November, she met with a different individual who told her that the community no longer want to talk to her or the community in terms of this community hiring process. And nobody knows why. So Ms. Jacobs is at the standpoint where she needs community members to stand with her as she continues to try to fight to get us jobs from Amazon. And we specifically talking about this facility that's going up on Division. And I know that you've had a lot of work done with that. In fact, I believe I was out there before with you, standing as they were talking about doing deals and all this other stuff. I know I was holding a sign. I gotta find a picture though. So yeah, so that's pretty much what it is. So I just want to know from your standpoint, what is going on with the Amazon? I believe the last part that you came in on is what Steve was saying. Does anybody know why it's just sitting there? Like, can anybody answer that question?
Right.
Well, I don't know too much because they excommunicated me also a while back, and I think that the current alderman knows more than anybody, and they're not giving that information out to us. But what we understand from the other Amazon facilities across the United States, right now the economy is bad, and so their stock is low right now. So there's two possibilities that we're looking at. They may lease the facility out, and it's trying to see who may lease who they lease it out to, or they may just wait until the economy try to shift. They probably be making off maybe the latest spring, but right now they're not going to do anything right now from what we understand, and that's why I was hoping that we could have stuck together and force them before they even start building this thing, but that's the way it went. So yeah, I don't know too much. I wish we could all stuck together. I think we still can. I think we still can go to the current alderman and demand and ask her what is going on, because a lot of people thought they were going to be working for Christmas, so they can buy Christmas presents and things of that nature. It's not happening. So we need to know why are they holding a vacant building, and if it's going to be vacant and they're not going to do anything, we need to turn it into a
a community center or something that's going to benefit 37 Ward.
Could it be possible that the current alderman and or mayor told Amazon not to speak to anybody else outside of, the
Powers that be.
the powers that be?
Oh, well, on the call, the alderman told Sarah and Cal, the Amazon rep, not to talk to anybody while she's not there. So that was on the call. That was on a call we had a Zoom call months ago, and she said, "Hey, I didn't know y'all was talking, and if you guys want to talk, maybe I need to be there." So when I responded to Sarah a couple days later, she said she couldn't talk to me unless the alderman was there. I said, "Okay, let's bring Alderman in." She wasn't going to come in, so she never did.
So this starting to sound like the same old game, man.
Well, Miss Jacobs,
Hey, listen. When you listen, I'm a black man. I'm very intelligent now. Listen, and then I'm gonna keep it 100. I'm gonna say, Sarah, don't talk to nobody without me. I'm the head honcho. I'm the alderman over here. I run things.
you just live here.
You come through me first. Whatever you need, you come through me. Anybody else is just, and I don't blame her. You come through her. Show respect. Listen, at your job, you can't go to the big boss and say, this person did something to me. It's a chain of command. You gotta go on the chain of command.
That's not really.
Everybody should be going through Emma.
That's not really how it works.
Don't make calls on you. Ain't got no power.
Jose, that's not how.
No calls.
That's really not how pimping works. So I hope you know that. No.
Well, it's nice to meet you. Let me just say this. With that protocol that you're speaking about, you're exactly right. We went to her and asked her to conduct several town hall meetings. And with the town hall meetings, she would have been there. And that was the respect that we was hoping that she can give us and we can give her. Now, without doing a town hall meeting, we felt that we got to take it in our own hand because the community is very important that the community get some type of communication with Amazon, because right now, due to the fact that we didn't get any type of agreement, we're getting a lot of people losing their homes because taxes are going up in this area, and that was one of the benefits, community benefits that we wanted to get across. So,
okay, cool. I definitely understand that, but see, that's where y'all have messed up. That y'all went and did things on your own because you didn't get the answer that you thought that you deserved to get. And just like DeAndre said earlier, you gotta take people out. You gotta fluff the deal up. It's called we gotta start looking at the art of deal making, the art of business, the art of persuasion, things of that nature. You can't just hey, Alderman, do this for me. Help me with this. And you don't get what you want, and then you step over that. You feel that's just how things go. Take that woman now. Hey, you know what? Let's have some dinner. Let's have some steak, you feel me? Let's make offers, you feel me? I want to talk about who got the band. You gotta get in good with who you need to get in good with if you want to make things happen. You feel me? So I don't want DeAndre go from hey, nobody to somebody. Because he's making these connections and having these connections. I use it because I don't know anybody else who's running for these positions or doing the things he do. So when you see somebody and he's like, man, bro, I made this connection, that's all he is.
But I think you didn't hear my statement earlier. That ain't how pimping works. Typically, the person that's usually works with the person that pays the money must be the one in charge, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so who is Amazon? Amazon is the one that's paying the money.
No, they got all the leverage.
So guess what? You sitting there talking about Emma Mitch, she's supposed to get this and wrap this up. That's why they ain't talking. They ain't talking because they already gave Emma something, and they said
Allegedly.
This is politics.
We
This is how you do
we
it.
understand
This is
that.
how you play.
We understand that.
Y'all playing on.
No. But see, that's the side that you don't understand, the political side.
But you know what? Wait a minute, hold up. I could have done the same thing, but I'm not gonna sell my community out. You gonna pay me out? Hold up. You gonna pay me out to get me out? No.
These are all
I want my
hypothetical.
community. I want to work for my community. I want my community to see the benefit of we paying these taxes to the banks around here. That's what I'm looking for. If mine's on top, by grace of God, I'm gonna get mine.
So listen.
Don't pay me off to shut me up.
No, yeah. I mean, you gotta have integrity in politics. I mean, even when we talking about some integrity. Yeah,
That should be more.
Yeah, it needs to be. But I mean, I'm saying it more from a standpoint that you gotta have a position and you gotta stick to it. And I think a lot of people get this thing well intentioned. And when I'm talking about politics too, I always break it down simply by saying politics is just the relationships to get to the resources. So that's just nothing but a relationship building process between individuals. Because everything involves politics. Whether we're talking workplace, community, socially, however you want to deem it, right? It's all politics. It's all about relationships. So when I say things like taking people out and building a relationship with them, I really mean like working the political process the way it should be, not necessarily being utilized to help take advantage of people. You know what I mean? Like when we say integrity, we gotta uphold who we are as people first, and then we figure out everything else on the back end. But if you're a person who got, that get paid off, then maybe that's just not where you should be at representing people.
Right.
Yeah, these are all legend.
Listen, bro, that's the infrastructure of politics, man. This whole community. The community this, the community that. This ain't community got a high crime rate. I've been robbed in the Austin area, shot at in the Austin area, harassed in the Austin area by the black people in the Austin area. So, and then a lot of these probably that don't never work. I'm done with these people at Amazon. They quit their job while they delivering the packages because they never worked in a cold country. Come on, man. They don't have no jobs like that. If you want a job, you will have a job. If you want a job, you will have a job.
So you saying that these aren't incentives for Amazon to come pluck people out of the Austin community?
Turn this mic up.
I mean, I don't look at it from the Austin community. We can look at that. They deliver packages. That's all they do. They not the police. All they do is and they say, hey, why don't we build in the Austin community? Now, again, Brother Ray said, you know what I mean? Hey, if inflation going up, they losing money, this is a different time. So, and they stopped it down. So it makes sense for them to hold because look at the 10,000 people that got fired in Detroit. 10,000 people got fired in Detroit.
They're not a war. I don't know if you know about this word called the opportunity zone. Opportunity zone could have been a zone where everybody on this Zoom call could have started our own business and we could have got the tax benefit where we don't have to pay federal taxes. Now that they're on there, whole nice community and they can nobody's making money, but now they still have that opportunity to make that deal with the opportunity zone. So this is what goes on in our community. We have a bunch of opportunity zones in our community. But it's not given to the people that are not able to capitalize on it. These big box things. We got $1 trillion industry behind our board. There's no way we shouldn't be able to benefit from our taxes being paid for a portion of it. Amazon is paying only Illinois property tax to be taxed for another portion of it. Why can't we get our part of that state? In this way, yeah, a
Well, so what I'll say about that is, how many businesses did you make before Amazon? How many businesses did you make before Amazon moved in the old community?
But that's the same thing with the electricians. I mean, I'm sorry, the electric officials, they will hold these land for these big companies to come. Because there's a lot of people I know that say, hey, we did this big lot and we do this and that. Oh, no, we don't, no, we want to hold out. But going to big business, I mean, trying to get in the lead. So that's why a lot of people couldn't become honest. They hold now to that money coming in, like you said, they want to get that bad, and that's exactly what you want to get that bad.
I see that, but you know what? This is what I mean. I was kind of listening it wrong, but no, I didn't know listen for like maybe 15, 20 minutes. But you know what it sounds like? It sounds like it's the tax write-off. So like we gonna make this building over here, we're not gonna hire nobody, and we just gonna write off the debt. So that's what it sounds like.
It shouldn't. Any small business man to do it, brother. The government put the laws in, you use the laws to your discretion. These people are doing nothing that the law don't allow you to do. It's just, I'm just trying to get black people to be smart enough to do the same thing.
Let's capitalize off our mystery, though. That's why we got to talk back.
You know, the biggest problem in the black community is black on black crime, brother. It ain't Amazon. It's black on black crime. It's black people killing each other, shooting you with a gun that shoots 17 bullets out in 1 second. I'm not worried about Amazon or no taxes. We're going to pay taxes till you die. But what I'm not trying to worry about is after passing a nigga with a mask on his face that he ain't seeing. That's what, I'm going to go to work for Amazon. That's what I'm worried about. I'm not worried about no taxes. I'm worried about niggas killing black people. That's
I ain't never gonna go and see it, man.
That's what I'm scared of. That's the biggest problem. I swear to God. One of our guys who's on the phone having a phone conversation said he want to work for a certain position, elected official, and he said what he want to implement in school is etiquette. Teaching kids how to have etiquette, teaching kids how to be polite, teaching kids how to, because for some reason, like, we just very aggressive, angry people. And I think that's the biggest problem in the black community. It's really black on black violence. Here's the place to say at Amazon.
So let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. In the Hispanic community, what kind of crime they get? Black on Hispanic?
Oh no, it's Hispanic. Well, crime is by proximity. Everybody know that.
Okay.
White people kill white people.
Okay.
And guess what? Black people, we border with it. Out of every race.
I disagree. If you did you just see that murder, that quadruple murder over on Belmont and Central?
Yes, I heard about that.
You should have seen it. They're bolder with it.
I've seen it.
I got called from law enforcement. They literally told me, they said, North Avenue, these people don't care. They saying they got videos that walk them all the way through from the time they started their infraction all the way to where they end up. They don't care. They'll look at the camera and do it. And this is what they said on Harlem, the gas station, the people got gunned down, they looked in the camera. On Belmont and Central or School Street, where that went down, the guy was right there. He walked over, executed, heard one girl hiding, hunted her down, executed. Somewhere on Milwaukee and Pulaski. Now, these are all white and Hispanic communities. They said the guys, somebody eyeballed somebody in the car, a girl, shot the girl's car, the girl car slammed into another vehicle, burst into flames, burned beyond recognition, came over to the car, shot the cops more. Now, I'm just saying.
Got nothing on the Austin community or the South Side community. We way worse than that.
We all know there's 3 branches of legislation, but there's one branch that we don't talk about, and it should be illegal when it's called the media. The media is a branch that bombards our community with all kinds of chaos about what we do. Now, this media did the same thing with all the other races. see it firsthand. Everybody's doing the same amount of crime, but when black folks do it, the media is there. Actually, we should be suing the media because they bombarding us with all this stuff. So we get post-traumatic syndrome, whatever you want to call it. This is why you know more about the black crime versus the white, Latino, and other crime.
It's statistics, my brother, and I'm from the street. I got stabbed in the neck by a black person, not a Hispanic person. I got shot at about 4 times, all by black people. This is empirical evidence. I lived in the Austin community, grew up in the Austin community, grew up on the north side of Chicago, Rogers Park. Yes, King's Game Band. Yes, they do. Yes, they do all of those things, but not like black people. Listen, summertime Chicago, drive down Madison, and then go past Laramie and look at that and look at that gas station where all them black people at. And you go find me a gas station full of Mexicans just sitting there. You gonna find me that. You're not gonna find that. You will never find a group of Mexicans, 20 Mexicans sitting at one gas station selling drugs. You're not gonna find that, bro.
Let me get Angelica up in there.
To our own destruction. Black people are destructive people.
Let me get Angelica up in here. And Angelica Verde.
Hi, this is her daughter. Actually, I just wanted to interject and say, like, yes, black people do have a high black on black crime rate. Part of that, it kind of goes along with, like, the corruption about zero allegory, where a lot of these things are, like, territory. Like, obviously, when you put people in a tight space together with little resources, little funding, little, like, outward respect from other resources and other sources, then, of course, we're going to be angry and agitated and more violent. So it is important to still like put pressure on those corporations and those outward resources, because if you provide us with resources and we're able to expand on the community, inadvertently that violence is going to lessen because we're not fighting each other for the resources that we're not getting from outside. We're not being depleted of those things. We pray.
So, talk to him. Little sister, 20 years old, talking like that. Talk to him. Now, look, real quick, I do want to say this in response to the crabs in the barrel thing. I recently learned, and I believe to hold this true because we do got to change the way that we think about these things. Crabs that are in a barrel are not trying to pull each other down. It may seem like that, but the reason why you can catch so many crabs at one time is because they are always together. Crabs move in an ultimate family. They move all together. So when they are captured in a barrel and it looks as if another is trying to pull another down, they are in fact trying to go with each other because they want to stay together. So they're not pulling each other down. It gives that illusion, and typically we believe what we're fed, so we have to start thinking about us as working together as crabs do. That's the only reason you can catch so many together.
It's more similar to ducks and geese.
And also that the strongest crab is always at the top. So if the weaker crab tries to grab onto a stronger crab, it's gonna look like they're falling, but they're actually weak.
Yeah. Before you speak, Howard, I wanted to say this. So Howard Ray is running for the 37th ward. So a couple of these things, economic safety, are two of the things that I'm sure he has on his platform. I personally, you need to come to the show one day, brother. So this is an open invitation to you, and you can get down here on a Sunday, so you can come talk to everybody. You feel me, and talk about what you got going on. But while you on here, though, you should address some of those things. What are you trying to do as an alderman, as it relates to economics and safety in the community?
Let me say this about the crabs in the barrel real quick. The question is, who put the crabs in the barrel? That's what I want to say about that. Somebody put the crabs in the barrel just like they put us in our situation. They put us in the situation. Now back to your question, you're asking me what are some of the economic things that I would like to do for the community. Well, one of the things that was your question, right?
Well, I mean, two of the things that was brought up since you've got on is economics and safety. And I'm sure that you have something on your platform in response to that. So I just really want to hear what you feel that you can bring as an alderman as a response to economics and safety in the community.
Well, with the economic piece, you know that fan of a CDA agreement with the business.
Yeah, I brought that up before you got on here. I did. No, I was saying I brought that up before you actually got on here. So I spoke you up tonight.
Also, okay, yeah. So I'm a big fan of that component. And the other thing is, for our community, and especially the people that that would like to make, we put our money in banks and things like that, and like savings account, and we're going to get a small amount of interest, right? But we have a lot of, for instance, the Chicago Avenue project and these affordable housing that they're going to put over there. I would love for the community, it's kind of like crowdfunding, to be able to invest in those projects and yield a higher interest rate from those projects. If it's 10%, 12%, whatever they do, like with infrastructure bonds, the community, everybody on here, if you got $20, you got $1,000, you got $100,000. You should have the right to invest in those projects. Why should somebody from California and these other parts of the state be able to invest in projects and yield the money, and we here? And so that's one of the things. And as far as this, I got a couple other components that I would love to share with you that. But as far as the safety, we asked Amazon to support our safety proactive programs that we want to implement later on. One is we would like to have community centers every mile and a half, a mile. That way we can compete with the street, which is an institution. So if we got the kids in all these programs, I remember when I was young, there was a lot of programs. I remember I was in Atlanta. They had programs open. It was open to like, it was 24 hours, and you went at gym like 12 times. You got like hundreds of people still playing basketball. Those people could have been robbing somebody. So that was one of the things we were asking for Amazon to, promote their film. Walmart, another company, and Menard. And the other thing was a proactive policing strategy where you would have a three-level tactical policing strategy where you have officers on foot, and what they would be able to do, maybe 3 or 4 officers cover half a mile radius. And by doing that, they would get to know who the people are on the street, the good and the bad. And with the bad, they just say, hey, you guys don't live around here, and they'll stand with them and talk to them. Now, while they stand with them and talk to them, maybe they get mad, and then they can say, hey, y'all gotta leave. And then once they walk away, they walk with them until they get out the boundary. Or if they pull out a sheet of paper and they say, hey, what you guys doing? And if you could drive by and speak to them talking to the police, you say you're snitching. So two people can't occupy the point at the same time. Now, that's just the foot patrol. The second level of policing would be the emergency car. Right now, one is a joke because it takes about 48 minutes for a person that's distressed to come in, for the police to come. So that car, that emergency car, that emergency vehicle that would come to the scene, they would see this emergency. If it's did, they take care of the problem accordingly. If not, then what they would do is say, hey, to the citizen, we're going to send somebody else, or you can go to the computer and do your report. This is not emergency. Now, third level of officers, they would come and they'll do a report, and they'll say, hey, this report can be done over the computer. But those 2 and 3 levels, they're able to get back on the zone and be ready for a real emergency. And what that does is shows that whoever's on the corner doing whatever, that the police are always there. And so that brings build a trust between the citizens also. So I have more, I have 21 more components, and it's not all about the police, but we have other proactive components for the safety of the community. So that, I just want to get out everything out of it.
Say again, we can't hear you. Howard, are you there? We can't hear you.
I'm here.
Okay, well, you
start trailing off.
So you almost fired.
Yeah, trail out. What end? What you go with that?
Well, I mean, it sounded like you was wrapping up. You said you had more to talk about, but then it just kind of got low. It's just trailed off.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I have 21 components.
Right.
But they're not all just about police. They're
right.
about more community centers, more activities for the youth and the elders. Basically, what we want to do is have our community to mirror River Forest and Oak Park and these other communities. That's what we want. We don't. When I hate these black people, I want work. Like they would do. If y'all took all of them on Kilda. They had a whole family in Oak Park on Oakville and Main Street, and we just wanted to take a walk, around the house. That's terrible. We should be able to walk in our own community without no chaos.
So I take it. Just go ahead.
I think the word we should is a strange word because should, this is just the way the world is. It is what it is, and I used to do the same thing. So I agree with you saying, but and it was a guy I used to buy things from, and he would take his son to Oak Park as well. He wouldn't, and it's just dangerous. It's like, I tried it, bro. I used to take my daughter to Little Jack Park on what's it called? Levin Park. Let's call it Levin Park.
Little Jack.
It's right off Lake and Central.
Pine.
Yep.
It was always crackheads, condom wrappers, prostitutes. You feel me? And no government officials would come and clean it up, or even check the playground, or there's no enforcement from the officials coming there saying, hey, this is for kids. Y'all might want to leave, but we're gonna call 12 because y'all loitering. It's like you want to take your kids to Oak Park because they got better stuff. You feel me? It's just a safer environment. You ain't got to worry about your kid being where it's less likely that kid to be shot in an Oak Park. You feel me? So it's like, these officials that we get, they get in office, they don't care about the playground. They don't go and check on the playground. They don't go and check on one of these things. So we don't take our kids outside because they deserve a better life than we did. I grew up in Little Jack Park, but my daughter, she experienced it, but I took her somewhere else.
That's a good point. I think walkability matters in the community, and not enough aldermen or the persons, I don't think they think enough about walkability in our community. It's a good point. I think I cut you off, Howard. Go ahead.
Here's the thing about it. When I'm running for this position, I'm not running to be elected. I'm running to be accountable. I want people to make me accountable for the action I take and don't take. Now, with Mr. Mozart, when he's seen all this, did you call the alderman? Here's the thing about our community. There's two words that we say when we don't get our way, or when we see a little bit of hesitation or things just don't look. You guys know what the two words are. What our community do. You guys know the two words we say is fuck it. That's what we say. We say fuck it. And then we're going about our business. We gotta stop doing that. If we see something that we do not like, we find out who's over that, and we get 10, 12 people and get busy. Because that's the same thing the gangs do. If they see somebody on the corner, they don't like, that's what they do. They go get their own, and they go take care of business. So we gotta do this. We got it in us. We gotta do it on the political level. We see our alderman.
Yeah, we gotta be gangsters up in that wall. Big shots.
Every day. Because I've done it. When I done it, I got the boys off with Hamlin, whatever, went to the office. The next day, things got done. But I went down there on some scientific scholar type stuff. I ain't go down there busting down the school. But that's what you got to do, though.
Yeah, go down there like a gang of DeAndre.
I didn't know what the alderman was until DeAndre ran. I never even heard of it all.
That's why we got to get. That's why we got to get young people involved in these elections, because they bring young people. Thank you, my brother.
And we also got to get the older people to change their mindset as well.
Yeah, I've said that constantly. I mean, the day where older people start saying DeAndre is the guy is the day that we really gonna start to see stuff change.
That'll never happen because the older people are intimidated by you.
It ain't gonna happen. I agree.
They're intimidated.
I agree. It's a dream. Howard Ray don't even say me, man. Hey, he my elder.
Step on him.
I disagree.
No,
Acknowledgement and a lot of positive acknowledgement. Yes, you do.
No, I'm just kidding, man.
But you know what? That's kind of strange. You said
got to make sure everybody else do. And Steve, they gonna be seeing DeAndre.
No, Steve do.
No, it's strange that he said that young people, old people are intimidated by the young. And when I come up, I was always intimidated by the older people. because
Oh no, we ain't got no fear now.
Because I looked at them as they're the ones that's making it happen, so they got to know what's what. But to have it the other way around, it's like saying the parents are intimidated by their kids.
Yeah, but kids these days are fearless and they don't have any boxes to, so to speak. I think in past generations it was this is what it is, this is how you fit within the world. And now kids are brought up to be like, nah, think different, be different, own who you are. You know, so what that comes with is you're going to challenge the people, the systems, and everything else that's placed around you. And at minimum, you're going to question it, right? Like when I first ran, Steve was like, man, put the signs out, DeAndre. I'll tell you this is the way to do it, huh? Why? That shit, oh, I ain't doing that. Now I'm like, man, I need to get these signs out. You feel me? But the thing is, you know, it was still just, it really was just me questioning, like, why do we keep doing things the same way? Like, damn, ain't no other way for us to go about doing this. You know what I mean? And so that's what it is. That's why the youth, it's more or less, we have now discovered that asking questions can put us in a different position than the people before us. Whereas again, it was more rigid, more structured. You have to do this. Now it's you can be anything you want to be. And the reason why we're there now is because we ask the questions, can we be that?
And I totally respect that from anyone, especially young people that ask the questions. But you can't stop there. You can't be like, you know what is the theory of relativity? And that's how it's said. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Let somebody else figure that out. You can't say E equals MC squared and go, I'm not going to go on through that theory. That's something somebody else should. You got to be able to do the work too. You can't just question everything in the world and ain't going to do a goddamn thing about it.
Yeah, that's true.
You got to be able to put in the work. And that's anybody.
That's true.
You know? And I hate to say this, and you're going to back me up on this. A lot of young people now, they just want to question shit and they ain't going to do that.
I agree. I definitely agree with
that. Like, you going to question and stand there.
Wow. Yeah, you got to test some shit out. It's like science, you know? You got to ask a question, then you got to go experiment.
You got to
go and experiment. Yeah.
You got to put it in and show that you can do it. But don't sit there and just question every little thing and then be like, I ain't doing nothing about it. It just ain't going to, just ain't going to work.
Yeah.
So.
Hey, Howard, we on every Sunday, man. What Sunday you coming on?
Maybe I have to check next Sunday.
No, next Sunday Christmas. Yeah, ain't nobody gonna be here. I think that the next Sunday after that, New Year's. I think New Year's.
But let me say this. Can I say something? You know, when I talk about things, we see problems. I like to have solutions. And I came in on the tail end on the Amazon thing. Yeah. But I'm still curious about what's going on with Amazon. So everybody on this Zoom call, I don't know how many people on there. I think it's 11 or 12. I would love for us to organize something like Tuesday and Wednesday, and we go to her office and ask her what is going on, and put her on blast. I'm not put her on blast, but put her, make her accountable. Make her accountable on what's not happening. What I just told you was up. I'm ready to do that. You know, that's my house. Because right now we're all speculating. I mean, I think it's because of the economy. Some people think it's because of this and that. So let's find out what
I think what it boils down to, like Ms. Jacobs she wanted to have a powwow, a round table with people, because she wants to see what are their ideas. And we just don't have enough. I mean, I don't have enough information. I'm still scratching my head. So we need to do some fact finding and be able to come to the table, because if we all come to the table and we ain't got no answers, we're going to stand there scratching all our heads together.
But she had answers. I know she had answers.
Who, Sarah?
No, it's my alderman.
Oh, the alderman? Oh, yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
You think so?
She got something?
Man, look, when them people left over there, Coca-Cola left, and she said, I don't know what happened to him. What the hell? Now, maybe she was just saying that for the room. But she
was a lie, man. That's how you know what happened. Come on. when you get her in the room, she gonna tell us what happened. I know a person, she'll tell us what happened. We just got to go around there. She think ain't nobody gonna step to her. And so she do what she do. But we go down there, she gonna tell us what happened.
Well, if anybody, I watched that thing. He talking Coca-Cola on Cicero?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, to me it seemed like everybody went to Alcid because Alcid was a bigger location and it was a safer location.
Wait. Hold on. You worked there?
At the Coke.
Yes, I did.
That-
Oh, yeah.
That's why they closed.
And you know what? That might be one of the reasons why they closed. I'm not gonna lie. It was ladies at night all walking like that. A lot of holes in the manager's office. The manager's office of that Coca-Cola got his window shot out with a bullet. So that could have been one of the reasons that they left. And plus, again, Alton was bigger, Cicero was real busy. You know, you gotta go through all of that traffic just to get out. So logistically, you know.
Yeah. But it's still a truck route, and that's a beautiful truck route when you want a big corporation.
Yeah, it is.
So that's why Amazon would have been great right there.
Yeah.
But you know, and I'll tell you, you just made me think about that. Mm-hmm. They may be looking at moving and selling that other facility to get away from the.
No, something's occupying that space now. The 1400. Yeah. Something already done.
Leave at the same time. So there's gonna be a lot of traffic right there. Way more than it is now.
Oh, a lot of traffic.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. Please, y'all to stay on those final thoughts. You know, we do this thing every Sunday from 6 to 8 p.m. We started a little later today. Again, I had my fundraiser today. Got my treasurer in the building. It was a good event. It was successful.
Hold on.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, you got the new one.
Hit the QR code. Yeah, that's right. That's hot off the press. Hit the QR code, man. DeAndreRudis.com/DC15. 15 Police District Council.
15 for 15.
15 for 15, man. We ain't asking for a whole lot. Just a little bit gonna get us where we need to go. Anyway, we have various ways you can interact with the show. We got Facebook, YouTube, and the Zoom. You choose which one is most convenient for you. You know how we like to do though. We like to wrap up and go around with final thoughts. So I'm gonna go to the chat here, and I see Ms. Jacobs first. What you got to say, Ms. Jacobs?
Okay, I just want everybody to be ready to stand when I call you.
All right, Ms. Jacobs. Thank you. Angelica Verde.
I thought it was a very good, productive conversation. I can't wait to put the action behind the words. I love hearing those things. I really do. Got a lot of good insight. So.
Hey.
That's Lakers over there.
Hey. Howard.
Ms. Jacobs, Ms. Jacobs and Mr. 37, I'm ready with my picture time when y'all ready.
Hey.
All right.
Hey. Howard.
I'm glad I came on and I was got on earlier. And Ms. Jacobs, you got my number. We have worked together before, so you can call me anytime.
Mr. Ray, you need to call me.
I'm ready for it.
Well, get it from my DeAndre.
We got.
I gotta get. You know what? I was supposed to been called you forever ago, Howard. I got your number. I think I got it from Steve. Steve got it. Yeah, so I get it, and I'll make sure you get Ms. Jacobs. I gotta call you anyway. Who else I got on here? Barbara.
Good conversations, and the reason we come on here is for solutions and coming together for organization. No one person gets the answer and know it all, so we all got to respect one another with each other and give us things.
Yeah. Yeah. Well said. Barry.
Hey guys, well said, Barbara. I agree. It's a good conversation. Respecting each other is real important, and putting our ideas together and taking action.
That's right. Thanks, Barry. Guala. I ain't heard from y'all today, but I see you've been listening. Can you chime in, Guala? All right, Kim. I ain't heard from you either, but you've been listening.
Yo, I'll get in after Kim, and I'll get in after Kim. What up, Kim? How you?
What I felt, I enjoyed the conversation, and what I will say is that I want to pray for peace for this holiday week for everybody.
Right.
And also,
great minds like the ones that are on this call will come up with solutions and action. And have a wonderful holiday.
Thanks, Ken. Well said. Walt.
Yeah, man, great show as always, man. You know, these things are always entertaining, but I enjoy good banter back and forth. Today was excellent. You know, we really had productive conversations, man. One thing you guys touched on, I think that was Mr. 37. He mentioned the opportunity zones. You know, I've myself been in finance for a couple of years now, and I would go to, let's say, like these open houses, where these real estate investors they would take you to a floor flat, and they would show you, hey, this is how you can profit off this. This is how you can use cash. This is how you can use credit. These are hard money. So I used to go to these events. And one thing I always noticed when I was at these events that I was the only one that looked like me. And when I say look like me, I came in from the community with the community orange flag. Every single time I went to most of these networking events that was full of these people who talk about opportunity zones, I've been knew what an opportunity zone was, right? They'll allow you to buy a piece of land or hold that property, and it's lesser for you, you know, because they want to stimulate the economy. So when you guys talk about all of this stuff that's going on in the community, it's because they created the opportunity zones. The biggest problem is when they created it, they didn't say we created it for white people. They say we created it for people with money. Okay? The problem is when it's time to do these things, we ain't got no money. And you know why? Because every single conversation is dominated by politics, religion, race, sex. But it ain't never been about no money. And then when you say, well, why Amazon won't talk to me? Because you ain't got no money. But when it's time to go sit at the table and talk about opportunity zones or learn something new, guess what? You don't never want to do it. You know, I talk on the phone with my brothers all the time. We have conversations about money. Once we start talking about money, they can cry.
Come on, this fucking guy. This fucking guy, man.
How do we talk about it? You know, when I talk all the time, I say, the stuff I'm involved in is very risky. I've lost a lot of money. Yes, I have. But I learned so much about it. You know, when you learn it, they can earn you. But that's all I want to say, man. In 2023, let's talk about this money. Like, I love having these conversations with y'all. But some of them got to be about some money.
Man, listen, every fourth Sunday, you need to come on the show and talk about money.
Financial literacy.
That's what we doing in the new year. Every fourth Sunday.
Man, listen, in March, man, let's do
No, we are going to put together something in March. But every fourth Sunday, you need to come on.
Nah, I can't agree to something like that in my work.
Okay, well, the Sunday that you available, if you.
No.
Oh, well, then come on, man. What are we talking about here, man?
Yeah, put the plan to action.
That's what we're talking about. All right, well, Sunday, we'll see you in March. We got you in March. We got you in March, man. We got you.
When you go to your roll call, can I want to find that?
I got you, big dog. Let me, come on, man. Y'all want to talk tonight, man. God damn it, man. Mole.
I just want to say community does start from Roosevelt to North Avenue. Community starts in the house first. Make your own bed. Put your money up in your bank or invest before you try to save the world. If you try to save the world and you got socks on the floor of the house, you go, damn.
Right? Doctor. Yes, sir.
Hey, good show tonight, you all. Sorry, I jumped on late. I'm mad at myself, man. Yeah, good show. I look forward to the next one. Peace and blessings. Y'all have a great holiday.
Yes, sir. Dr. Raheem. Go ahead, Howard.
It's okay, Raheem. You're doing great. Don't be hard on yourself.
Appreciate that, man.
Barry gonna talk you down from suicide. What's going on here?
Go ahead, Alex.
I just want to say, January 8th, I can come on the show January 8th.
January 8th.
That's correct.
You locked in.
But I got to check one final schedule. Yeah, come on. But to the money part, there's a lot of people that have money in our community. But, they do other things with it, just got to get knowledge on what to do with it.
Right.
At conversations like this, they will do something to put the seed in the head. The other thing is, it's like I'm about to, drop some knowledge, and maybe you guys know it already. Listen, our community, Inglewood, Austin, all the black communities, we got so much money that the federal government gives us. And then I'll give you an example. With the Census Bureau in 2020, right? They did a count. The count was not accurate. It was what they thought. In addition to that count, they counted the brothers that's incarcerated. They counted their bodies down in Joliet, Charlie, wherever they're incarcerated at, instead of counting the bodies where they were arrested at or where they lived before they got taken down to those prisons. There's a situation where we as a group of people, black folks, and I tried because I wrote a letter to all the Black Caucus in Chicago, the aldermen. There's a thing called a question modification solution. And the aldermen would have to sign off on it, and they could have reversed that count and got a new count. And what we found out, if they had did what I asked, and if we could have, as a group of people, came together and made them do it, we would have added about 4,000 to 5,000 new bodies. Not new bodies. We've added 4,000 to 5,000 bodies in our community, and we would have got all that federal money coming to our community. That way, we would have housing, contracts, because that money would have been here. But now the money is down there where the incarcerated people are, but they're not down there for life. They only down there for 2 months. 2 years, a year, or whatever. Now I talked to Governor Pritzker, and he said he was gonna change it, and they did change it. But guess when it started? In 2031. Well, now that's 2 years from now. That's garbage. But as a community, we can go to the alderman and say, listen, if y'all don't do this right now, y'all getting voted out. Just on that. I'm across the whole city. Now, we didn't miss out on a lot of money, but there's still money that has to come here. By March 2023, if we don't get a new count, all that money stays down there. So we are a rich community, but by them capitalizing off our misery, we're going to stay miserable. So that's the stuff we got to look into. And people who have this knowledge, they need to be out here talking about this knowledge. They need to, about the opportunities on now. You need to, hey, listen, I want to be a part of that opportunity zone. I want to be a stakeholder in this investment. There's affordable housing that's going on up there. There's so many different phases, from building the building to building the parking lot. We should get to go there and say, hey, we want to be a part of that parking lot phase, and we want to invest $2,000 in that. Now, $2,000, whatever the interest rate is, okay, whatever. That may not be, but now you part of that. You're a stakeholder in that. Now you can say, hey, I want you to hire these many people because you part owner of this project. But this is what we have to do. We have to make these people accountable. This is what we're not doing. We're just talking.
Man, that well said. No, you're right. And so January 8th, come bring all the knowledge you know and teach us something new. Terrence?
It seems to me that, and I already had said it earlier, that I think you catch more bees with honey than vinegar. That's what it seems like. At the bottom line is that we have to be strategic and have a great game plan to approach any and every situation.
Steve?
Hey, I just want to say again, there's been a lot of things going on. We're in the height of an election season. I appreciate everybody that's been on tonight, and we hope to see you again in the next weekend. Wait, we take that back. We need to make the announcement today that we'll not be able to show next weekend because
That's 2 weekends, right?
Right.
Yeah, well, the next one after that is New Year.
New Year's,
First of the year, New Year.
First of January.
and that's a Sunday also, because they usually kind of fall.
Yep.
So we might not see everybody until the first of the year,
Happy New Year.
unless we want to do something before, in between time. In the meantime, but
I don't know.
we'll put the word out if we do.
Change
But
it to a
right now,
Saturday?
Could be.
we're gonna take a little. What's that? What you say?
You said change to Saturday?
Yeah, we could. You know,
Possibly do
but we gotta see where everybody's at. You know, Saturday before Christmas, that ain't gonna work.
No.
Saturday before New Year's, that ain't gonna work either.
Oh, yeah. Well, Happy
So-
Merry New Year.
So we got to go look at this from the perspective. We will see everybody in the new year,
That's a
but
fact.
for those faithful people that are looking, we will know.
Yeah.
Just to make sure you tune in.
Yeah. Oh, wow. This brother is turning his back to the camera to show y'all my QR code and my email, my web address, DeAndreRubis.com/DC15. That's how I'm going to end it. You know, again, we had a very successful fundraiser today, our first of our campaign. The next one we're having is going to be on the second Sunday in January. We're having a sip and speak. And that will be we'll have adult Lunchables, which is just a charcuterie board, wine and some tea, and we just want to come and have everybody talk about public safety. I'll keep you posted on that, Mr. Ray, because I'd love for you to be there too, because obviously you could inform us a little bit on some of the things that you have to say. It'll be a fundraiser as well, you know, but again, this is a smaller race, so we're not looking for large sums. So remember, 15 for 15, you know, 15 for 15. Chip in where you can, man. Beyond all of that, COVID is on the rise. There's like a triple demic going on right now. What do we call it? What do you call it?
Triple demic.
Yeah, triple demic, man. There's the RSV, the VCR, the VHS. What's them shits, man? The flu and COVID. So mask up, wash your hands, and stay safe, y'all.
And wrap it up.
Yeah, wrap it up and wash your ass. And Happy New Year, Merry Christmas.
Technically, HIV ain't going nowhere, so it's a quadruple demic still.
Happy Kwanzaa.
Happy Kwanzaa. We do this we do this every Sunday from 6 to 8 p.m. There's various ways of interacting with the show. We got the Facebook, the YouTube, and the Zoom. You choose what works for you and check us out and share. Let people know that we're doing this because these are real conversations by real people from the West Side. We just trying to make things better. Right. And in closing, like I like to say, we have open seats at the table. All we're trying to do is welcome y'all on home. Thank y'all for allowing us to welcome you to Northwest Austin Council. Have a good night.
Night all. Oh yeah, Hanukkah too.
Happy Hanukkah.
Good night.
We inclusive.
Good night, all.
Oh yeah, definitely, Bear. Later. Oh wow, you took it off?
Yeah.